Hey everyone, welcome back to Insider Guides, where we help international students who want to study in Australia. This video is about how much Melbourne will cost as an international student. I'm going to go through some rough costings and break a few elements down, but if you want a more specific breakdown that's related to you and your own situation, I recommend heading to insiderguides.com.au to use our cost of living calculator. Okay, so I'm going to focus on the two most popular types of accommodation for international students in Melbourne, and that is managed student accommodation and private rental. There's plenty of options for managed student accommodation in Melbourne. Usually they're in the CBD and usually they're pretty luxurious, and they include lots of little extras, things like free Wi-Fi and memberships to a gym that are included in the building. There's things like cinema rooms and study rooms and things like that. So you can usually get your own room in one of these places for between $350 and $470 a week. But that includes all your bills. It also gets a bit cheaper if you want to share your apartment with other people as well. Private rental is a cheaper option for international students. You can get your own room in a share house for about $250 a week. But just remember, you do have to pay for your own bills, unlike managed student accommodation where it's all included. Also remember that often share houses are located outside of the CBD. So if you have to get to uni and pay to commute to get into the CBD, which is the central business district, there's a cost associated with that. And also, depending on what you like to do, such as join a gym, that's an extra cost as well. So when you weigh it up, you may actually be in a better situation going for a managed student accommodation and having all those things included than living outside of the CBD and paying to commute and joining a gym and things like that. So it actually might work out in your favor going that way as well. Okay, so when it comes to transport in Melbourne, we recommend using Melbourne's amazing public transport system: trains, trams and buses. Melbourne's public transport system operates on the Myki card, which is a tap on and tap off sort of system, and each card costs $6 to buy, and then you just load it up with credit as you need. To get between the different zones, it costs between $3 and $5. As an international student in Melbourne, you're actually entitled to public transport concessions through a card called the I Use Pass. Now, this is an annual card. I recommend getting it as soon as you arrive into Melbourne. It costs $841.75. That might sound really expensive as an upfront fee, but it gives you unlimited public transport through zones 1 and 2, which is essentially metropolitan Melbourne. It will save you a lot of money, actually up to 50%. It's well worth the money, and I recommend looking into it. You have to get it through your institution, so have a look at that. Just remember, trams are free within the CBD. Ubers are very popular and pretty cheap in Melbourne. And our recommendation, get yourself a bike when you first arrive, a couple of $100, and you can use the beautiful bike tracks around Melbourne. Okay, so food and drink. This is where a lot of students spend a lot of money. A beer or a glass of wine, you're looking at between $8 and $12 a glass. Coffee. This is something that a lot of students get stuck on because they spend a lot of money on coffee. It's about $4 for a cup of coffee. Keep an eye on that because that could blow out your budget. If you want to eat at a little lunch spot during the day, you're looking at about $10 a meal. If you want to eat at a casual restaurant or a pub at night, you're looking at between $20 and $30 a meal. Okay, so as you can see, eating out and drinking can get pretty expensive in Melbourne. So we recommend doing some shopping in bulk, and if you do that and you cook at home, you can get that per meal cost down to about $4 each. To go shopping in bulk, we recommend some of the major supermarkets like Coles and Woolworths, but really the best way to save money on grocery shopping is to use the market, things like the Queen Victoria markets. If you go there and buy fruit in bulk and vegetable in bulk, you can save a lot of money. As an international student, you can actually get some pretty good deals on mobile phones. You can now get 40 gigabytes of data for around $30 a month, and I think it includes about 1,000 minutes. So you're set there, that's not really a huge expense. Now, entertainment, it does get a little expensive, so you've got to watch yourself, because if you want to go to the cinema, you're going to look at about $18 a ticket. Yes, I know, that is crazy. We all know it as locals as well. But they do have student days and student nights as well, so you can save money that way, and that will cost you about $10 a ticket. If you want to go to live sport, see an AFL game, for example, as a concession, you're looking between $20 and $25. There's so many costs we could dive into, and it really depends on the way you want to live your life. Our recommendation, jump on insiderguides.com.au and use our cost of living calculator to work out the amount you're going to spend on your life. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a subscribe and a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Thanks.